Have you ever looked up at the vast dark canvas of the night sky and felt a little lost? Millions of tiny lights twinkle back at you, a silent, glittering audience to our small world below. They seem scattered without a plan, a beautiful but confusing cosmic mess. But amid that chaos, one point of light holds its ground with quiet confidence. This star is a steadfast anchor in the turning heavens, for centuries a guide for anyone who needed to find their way in the dark. It is Polaris, the North Star, a reliable friend waiting for you to find it. One star seems to stay still. Unlike the sun that races across our daytime sky, or the moon that changes its face and position each night, Polaris offers a sense of permanence. As the Earth spins on its axis, the celestial sphere appears to pivot around a nearly motionless point. Polaris sits close to the North Celestial Pole. It was a guide for travelers, sailors, explorers. Imagine being on a vast, featureless ocean with nothing but waves in every direction. A single unmoving light becomes your most precious tool. It offers a constant, reliable direction. Tonight you can find it too. All you need is a clear night, your own two eyes, and a little bit of cosmic know-how. The same star that guided fleets across unknown seas is waiting, offering a quiet lesson in finding your bearings in the grander universe. So, what is this special star that holds such a privileged place in our sky? Polaris is not the brightest star we can see. It ranks around 50th in brightness. Its fame comes from its steadiness. Polaris is a giant ball of incredibly hot gas, like our sun, but much larger and far more luminous. It lies about 433 light-years away. The light we see tonight began its journey during the time of Galileo. Imagine the Earth has a long pole sticking straight through it. South Pole, North Pole, extending into space. The point where that pole pierces the northern sky is the North Celestial Pole. As Earth spins, the sky appears to rotate around that point. Polaris is less than 1 degree from that celestial pivot. Polaris is a system of 3 stars. Polaris A, a supergiant shining like thousands of suns. Polaris AB, a close small companion only seen with powerful telescopes. Polaris B, a faint companion sometimes visible with a backyard telescope. To our eyes, it looks like a single point of light. The complexity is hidden from unaided view. The 3 stars' light blends into one serene point in the night sky. A reminder, more exists beyond our immediate perception. Polaris is not a static signpost, but a living triple star family, performing a slow gravitational dance hundreds of light years away, appearing to us as one constant beacon. The importance of Polaris throughout history cannot be overstated. Before the invention of the magnetic compass and even after, when compasses could be unreliable, the sky was the ultimate map. During the day, the sun provided a general sense of east, west. But at night, on land, at sea, the heavens were the only guide. In the northern hemisphere, Polaris was the key that unlocked the entire directional system. By finding it, you instantly knew which way was north. From there, you could easily figure out south, east, west. This simple piece of knowledge was a matter of life and death. It guided ships on the open ocean. For sailors embarking on long voyages across the open ocean, Polaris was a lifeline. On a ship with no landmarks in sight, it is incredibly easy to become disoriented and lose your way. A storm could blow a vessel off course, and cloudy skies could hide the stars for days. But on the first clear night, sailors would anxiously scan the sky for their familiar friend, the North Star. Finding it meant they could re-establish their heading, correct their course, continue their journey with renewed purpose. It was the steadfast heart of celestial navigation, a technique that allowed for the age of exploration and the mapping of our world. This celestial guidance was not just for those at sea. Explorers, caravans crossing vast, unmarked deserts, dense forests, relied on Polaris as well. When charting new territories, knowing the cardinal directions was fundamental. Furthermore, the height of Polaris in the sky also told them something crucial: their latitude, or how far north they were from the equator. It's a compass that never breaks. Think of Polaris as a natural compass, one that is built into the very fabric of the cosmos. A magnetic compass can be affected by iron deposits in the ground or metal on a ship, but Polaris points to true north, night after night, without fail. It connects us to a long line of ancestors who gazed upon the very same star for the very same reason: to find their way. Finding Polaris is much easier than you might think, and it feels like solving a fun cosmic puzzle. The most famous and easiest method involves the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper is not a constellation, it's an asterism, a recognizable pattern. It's part of Ursa Major, the Great Bear. Look north on a clear night. Its shape looks like a large soup ladle or a spoon. Use the 2 pointer stars of the Big Dipper. Once located, focus on the cup of the ladle. The cup is made of 4 stars. The 2 stars at the outer edge, far from the handle, are your guides. These are called the pointer stars. Merak, Dubi. They are the key to finding your destination. Imagine a straight line connecting them. Start at the bottom star, Merak. Go up through the top star, Dubi. This line is your arrow. Follow it to Polaris. Continue the line out from the top of the cup. Extend it about 5 times the distance between the pointer stars. A rough estimate is fine. Your eyes will land on a moderately bright star by itself in a quiet patch of sky. This star is Polaris, not dazzling but steady and clear. You have found the North Star. Polaris is the handle of the Little Dipper. It's part of a fainter pattern. Polaris marks the tip of the Little Dipper's handle. Ursa Minor, the Little Bear. The Little Dipper looks like the Big Dipper, but smaller, fainter, and seeming to pour into the Big Dipper. Seeing the full Little Dipper can be hard in city light, but Polaris usually shows up. Remember, follow the Big Dipper pointers to find the Little Dipper's anchor. It's a trick that's worked for centuries. Tonight, you can join the countless generations who have used this simple technique to find their way in the darkness. While Polaris is a wonderful sight for the naked eye, pointing a small telescope or even a good pair of binoculars at it can reveal a new layer of detail. You don't need a massive, expensive telescope. Any small hobbyist telescope mounted on a sturdy tripod will do an excellent job. A tripod is important because it keeps the view steady, which is crucial for spotting fine details. Start with your lowest power eyepiece, as this gives you a wider field of view and makes it easier to find and center the star. Using the Big Dipper method, find Polaris with your eyes first. Then, aim your telescope's finder scope directly at Polaris and center it in the crosshairs. When you look through the main eyepiece, Polaris should be right there in your view. Turn the focus knob slowly and carefully until the star is no longer a blurry blob, but a sharp, crisp point of light. Once it is perfectly in focus, you can just sit back and observe it. Notice its steady white light. Unlike stars near the horizon that twinkle wildly, Polaris often shines with a calmer, more serene glow. Now for the real challenge and reward. With Polaris centered and in focus, take a deep breath and let your eye relax. Look carefully right next to the brilliant main star. Depending on the quality of your telescope and the steadiness of the atmosphere, you may be able to spot a much fainter pinpoint of light very close to it. This is Polaris B, the companion star we mentioned earlier. It can be tricky to see because it is easily lost in the glare of the main star, but spotting it is a truly thrilling moment for any backyard astronomer. It's like discovering a secret hidden in plain sight. Switching to a higher power eyepiece can make the separation between Polaris A and Polaris B more obvious, but it will also magnify any shaking from the atmosphere, so a calm night is best. What you are doing is more than just looking at a star. You are engaging directly with the cosmos. You are confirming with your own eyes that a single point of light is, in fact, a distant solar system. You are using a tool to extend your senses across hundreds of light years. This simple act of observation bridges the immense distance between you and that star, creating a personal and powerful connection to the universe.